Yes, people, what's going on? Emmanuell back on the channel. Welcome back to the Emmanuell's channel. Today, what we're going to do, we're going to dive in depth on how me and Leon grew our arms so fast in this past year. All right, there's been plenty of work that's gone behind the scenes into day in, day out of all of this. But what we're going to do, we're going to break down each individual factor into why and how we were able to pull this off. So before we even get into any of this, what we're going to have to do is going to have to break down the tricep and the bicep just so you understand what we're doing, how we're attacking it, and the reasoning behind all of the exercises that we're specifically choosing to target a certain head of our muscle. So without further ado, Leon's going to take over and tell you about each individual head of your tricep.
All right, so first and foremost, we've got the lateral head of the tricep, formerly known as the shark tooth of the tricep. In my opinion, this is the one head of the tricep that we win in your shots from the side, yeah? The way we're going to attack this head is through many push-down variations, which can vary from a rope to a straight bar or any other attachment that mimics a tricep extension, basically. When executing this movement, we want to keep our elbow fixated, and we want to pivot from our elbow, basically, to get a full extension of our tricep.
All right, cool. So the second head of the tricep that we're going to be attacking today is going to be the long head, okay? So the long head is going to be the back of your arm. That's going to give you like the thickness to your arm, the sort of like the meaty part of your tricep, right? This is going to be the muscle that's going to create, well, this is going to be the head that is going to create a lot of size to your arm from the side, from the front, from the back. Just overall size is going to come from your long head, right? And how you attack that muscle is by doing a range of overhead movements, so overhead extensions, right? So instead of obviously the lateral head of your tricep, where you're coming down and extending here, what we're going to be doing for the long head is going to be over the head, and we're going to be extending and pushing straight through, right? This can range from using a dumbbell overhead to doing rope overhead extensions to any sort of cable extensions that will mimic that sort of pattern, right? But as long as it's over the top of the head where you can stretch your lat back, you can keep your elbow very high, and then you can pull and get that nice long stretch all the way down your tricep. And the last head of our tricep that we're going to be attacking, well, the last head in general, is your medial head. So that is everything in between your lateral head and your long head, right in the middle there. So when it's relaxed, it looks a little something like that. And what this basically does, it gives a little bit more meat to the bottom half of your arm, right? So technically speaking, the only way that you can attack this is through the use of heavy sort of presses, heavy close grip presses that are more tricep dominated. So for example, what we like to do is any close grip bench press and a tricep dips, head weighted tricep dips, whatever you prefer. They are the main fundamental movements that we like to use. One thing that you get a couple benefits from these actually. One of those being the dexterity that you build in your elbows and also your shoulders. It's a very perfect exercise, both of them, to strengthen your shoulders and also your elbows. So the more you can do it, the better, basically. It is it's a super important muscle to train. Make sure that you're doing your heavy presses when it comes to doing any sort of tricep work. You want to be making sure that that is in your arsenal as well.
So there we have it, people. That's triceps explained in a nutshell, with a load of different exercises you can use, and moving on to biceps. So when it comes to attacking the biceps, it can be done by attacking 3 different heads, right? Which is your brachialis, your long head, and your short head, okay? This can be done by picking exercises that challenge the heads in different ways. The brachialis can be attacked by doing a form of a hammer curl. The long head will be attacked by doing a form of a curl, where your elbow is fixated behind you. And the short head will be attacked by doing any form of curl with your elbow fixated in front of you or beside you.
All right, guys, so there we have it, a full breakdown of the anatomy behind your arms. So now that we kind of know what's going on over here, we now can implement everything that we know here and everything that we've learned just now and put it into our training, right? But then obviously there's many different factors that you need to account for in your training and everything around your training to make sure that you're getting the best out of your arm training, basically. So some of these factors that you're gonna have to think about is gonna be deriving from overall intensity, from your volume, from your exercise selection and preference, to your body's anatomy, and then also your time. So all of these factors you're gonna have to think about whilst trying to plan and structure your arm training. All right, cool. So we're gonna talk you through some of these factors that I just mentioned now whilst we're training and doing our arm training right now. So without further ado, I would like you to come and join us and get a filthy fucking arm pump. Let's fucking go. All right, so exercise number 1 that we're gonna be doing today, we're gonna be attacking our medial head, and we're gonna be using weighted tricep dips to do so, right? So with all of our exercises today, what we're gonna try and strive for is just 2 very fucking good sets. So not really a top set, back or set. If we can do straight sets, we'll go for that. If we have to do a top set, back or set, we will also do that. As long as we are attacking, I would say, personally, I like to go 15 plus reps with every single exercise for our arm training. So that's what we're gonna try and do. We're gonna start working up now here, and we're gonna see how fucking heavy we can get. Yep. Oh. 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 Yeah. I'll go 50 keys, 50 keys. Fifty keys. Woo. I've got some heavy nuts today. What about that? All right. Oh. 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 Yeah.
Okay, so one of the variables you need to take into consideration when programming your arm training is your volume, right? What we do, we hit bis and tris twice a week with about 2 to 3 sets per exercise, with 2 exercises for bis and 2 exercises for tris each session. We've increased our volume to this point now because we want to put more volume into our bis and tris, because obviously they're a point that we want to grow and we can recover from it still. You don't want to push your volume too high to the point where you're not recovering by your next session, whereas you don't want to under volume yourself by not doing enough, basically.
So, second movement that we're moving to is going to be a cross cable katana extension, right? This will target our lateral head. We can use, technically speaking, any sort of rope extension, bar extension, whatever the fuck you want to use. This feels 100 times better for us anyways, so I'm going to put it in. The second factor I wanted to talk about would be your intensity when it comes to your sessions. So what me and Leon like to do, we like to try and go back and forth as quick as possible between each other, right? Therefore, rest times are low, intensity is high, and we can get the most out of our sets in that sense. We might be tired, might be fatigued, we'll hold a really, really fucking good pump after it, and at the end of the day, we're not here to fucking sit around and talk, man, we're here to fucking work. And if we can put in a good amount of volume relatively fast with a good intensity, you're gonna fucking grow. So, without further ado, I'm gonna start with these extensions.
More. 3 at least. Come on, all the fucking way then.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Show me. Go again. Yes. All the fucking way.
Go again, Leon. Give me one more. Give me one more. One more. All the fucking way. All the way. Lovely. Third and final exercise for our triceps right now. Right now with this exercise, the long head is the objective, and we're gonna fucking destroy it. As much as my triceps are done, finished, I wanna go home, whatever, we still gotta do this last exercise. So what we're using here is a long rope, and we're gonna do some overhead extensions, making sure that at the bottom of the rep, we can get that full stretch, and then once it starts to tug, that's when we know we can go all the way out and extend, get a nice contraction at the top. But we're focusing on the stretch here. I've got it not too heavy, not too light, but I'm gonna try and get as many fucking reps as possible. 2 sets, and we're gonna fucking do this, and that is our triceps done after that. So let's go.
So for our first bicep movement of the day, we've got an incline curl. Our incline curl will be emphasizing our long head of our bicep.
All right, last exercise of the day. We're finally here. We're going for rope hammer curls. So what we're going to be targeting here is our brachialis. So that's going to be the outside portion of our bicep. It's going to add a little bit of thickness going this way. And it's great, man. So get a strong brachialis, and it makes a very big difference to your physique, man. But without further ado, 2 sets of this to failure. Just going to run it like that, man.
Good, Lou. Come on.
All right, guys, so the last factor I was going to talk about is time. So make sure that you have enough time, obviously, in your workouts to be able to put this much volume in as well, because otherwise you're just going to screw your shit up, man. And also enjoy it. Enjoy it as well, man. If you don't enjoy your arm training, then it's pointless. But anyways, guys, that is the end of the video. Hope you guys like this. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to comment down below, let us know. But make sure to like, comment, subscribe anyways. And I'm going to catch you in a bit. Peace.